Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please. Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone. Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish. Aid, salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk. This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thorn Ford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy. Yes, it hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him. I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence. Hello, my savior. You asked if we'd meet again, and here I am. I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power? I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you. Then come to my chamber and be my guest. We'll share stories and laughter, imagine the future, and dream. So long, I will await you there as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter snow. Oh, you did come, and alone, just as I asked. Do you not know, my loyal hound, that the brightest flowers are also the most poisonous? A mask? A lie? No. Like a snake wrapped in its sloughing skin, I show you something that is long gone. But I remember. I remember who I was. I remember who I wanted to become. Why am I telling you all this? You are nothing. Just another step on the ladder I must climb. You will perish like so many before you, and I'll forget you by the next dawn. How many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baron? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's, die or run. There is nothing you can change. Where are you rushing off to, my hound? To face your own death? Why am I here? Kill you? Not today. Believe it or not, but I came here without evil intentions. I've been watching you, my hound. You've escaped my trap. You've destroyed my beautiful everbloom flower. Such a strong will to live in such a fragile, mortal creature. Once, long ago, it hurt me to see flowers being torn apart by the wind. But today I watch you thrashing like a moth caught in a spider web, and I cannot turn my eyes away. I am the web itself. The moment you took your first step on the road of the stolen lands, you fell under my power. There was a time when I used to ask myself the same question. What had I and my 1,000 breaths ever done to them? Why had I to endure this? You're wrong to think that your problems began with you. The ever-blooming flower was created long before your barony was founded. I prepared my weapon long in advance, having no idea what I would turn it against. Everything has a price. Thousands of lives must be turned to dust for a single act of forgiveness. How? Though there's no point in asking. My untamed homeworld has many miracles to offer. One can never know what they will reveal, or to whom. So, what do you think of the proud, bitter, fallen nymph now, my hound? You want to aid the storm that strikes you and your lands. Help? Why? Though I do not want to know. You will help me either way, voluntarily or involuntarily. With your death. Names can be weapons in capable hands. You've no need to know my name. No need. I can answer, but will you believe me? I have nothing to do with it, but I know who is responsible. I won't tell you, though. Run now towards your death, hound. Run, hound, run! I want to see you stumble. Why shouldn't the mistress visit her pet? Farewell, my hound. You have no idea what powers you've awakened, and now you voluntarily rush into their jaws. If you run your blade down their throats, I won't be disappointed. If you perish, I'll have forgotten you by dawn. I told them to stop. No,
The powers of
told
those
them to
who've hidden the
search.
briar exceed our own in
It
many
is
ways.
pointless. Why do I need this? Do you see now? Do you see? They ripped my heart out and threw it into your world. And something else was torn out with it. No, something deeper. Brighter, I suppose. I only know the sound of this word, but not its meaning. A burning word. A stupid word. Love. So easily trapped. Barely grown stags and wolves, skylarks and peacocks. Combat. Have you ever seen it? The time has come. This is just a small part of it.
Now,
a tiny taste, so to speak. For thousands of years, I have kept the stolen lands beneath my thumb, and for thousands of years, blind tools of my will ascend, just to be thrown down again. While others screech proudly. And again. But the peacock displays and you shall take your place among them. One more grain. And another grain. This one took 100 years to obtain. And that one was just a week. The first bears the blood of 3 generations burned in war. The second, just 2 well-chosen words. And 1 little betray. This will never end, never! Do you see this cup? It has a name, you know. The Apology. Within it is the Stag Lord and his crazy dream to become a king and take me as his queen. And Armag and his never-born barbarian empire. Who will fall in next? Tax and its peacock king? Or you? What is this, a dream? Or is someone actually playing games with me? speaking words that pierce like arrows, teasing me with the hope of salvation beyond my reach. I have had strange dreams recently, of times before the curse, and a meeting that never occurred. So, this is a dream. But you have entered it from reality. Exquisite. Very reminiscent of the methods I typically use. For 1,000 years, none have come so close to me. And I assure you, none ever will again. But you... I like you more and more, my hound. Perhaps I have no need of that stupid peacock anymore. I could let you tear him apart if you wish. I know where a tool lies that will let you clip his wings. The evidence of his crimes. Something he's been hiding from his Pitaxian allies. But he could not hide it from me. Remember this name, White Rose Abbey. That is where Iravetti would usually meet with me in the past, and the place where you will find your tool against him. My brave, brave hound. We will get along nicely, I dare say. You've broken into my dream. Now it's my turn to enter yours. I've come to say goodbye. If we meet again, it will be a meeting of sworn enemies on the battlefield. Do you remember the first time we met? I came to you disguised as the former Nyrissa, a tender young nymph who hadn't yet spent ages under the yoke of her curse. Deceiving comes easier if your lies are familiar to you. But it seems that I've played myself into a corner. Your words brought me pain. They were like sharp thorns sprouting through my skin. You made me recall who I once was, and who I would never be again. Now, when the end is near, I feel anxiety. It seems it's no coincidence that the last step to forgiveness must be the only death I could care about. I cannot love. The very essence was ripped from my soul and lost. But when I speak with you, when I watch you facing unthinkable threats, the hole in my soul bleeds and hurts more than ever. I know. Long ago, I refused to back down when the Eldest sent the beast to destroy me in my realm. And I are similar in that. Maybe that's why. Well, never mind. Farewell. Our next meeting, if it happens, will be a very different one. Much more bloody and violent, I would expect. Do you know why I couldn't immediately recognize the intrusion? When you and the foolish little robin bard broke into my dreams? Because it wasn't the first time I dreamt of you.
Me.
My hound. You have run so long to finally meet your mistress. What hope do you speak of? There isn't any in the world, nor was there ever. Evil and sorrow are masters of our lives. Let's get this over with. Either I kill you and get the last grain of dust for the apology, or you kill me and carry the memory of Nyrissa and her despair with you for the rest of your brief life. Oh, if only you could know how tired I am. After thousands of years in this insane dance of lies and destruction, can I believe that anything will ever be better again? No, it's all in vain. I don't want to fight. But is there anything left to hope for? No future, no life, no redemption. I surrender. my kingdom, my own kingdom, turn to dust. Become the 1000th grain for the apology. I looked for it for such a long time. So long that I forgot why I needed it. But you, why do you want to return what I lost to me? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I feel, or could feel? What's been taken from me, can it be returned? If it was freely given, if it were freely accepted. What is it? Why does it hurt so much? Why? To remember, to understand. I see it. The pestilence that devoured my beautiful dominion. My dear sisters, friends, neighbors. And all the thousands of creatures it touched. Was it a plague? Poison? No. No. It was me. You've given so much to one who absolutely tormented you since your first meeting. Whatever we have in front of us, has anyone ever touched me in this way? Oh, my dreams are mine again, and they are 100 times more wonderful in reality. My heart beats again as it should, and now I see. And I know I could only accept the briar from one who gave the very thing they took. My love.
You've truly upset me, King of the Sand Castle. So much that I find no joy in playing the masquerade anymore. Are you ready to look under the mask?
Really? Do you not understand how one should behave with those of my rank? Or do you still have no idea who is in front of you?
I am a voice from another world that you've heard since you first set foot on the Stolen Lands. A harbinger of doom and change. I am dust and echo, a memory of the past. I am the one who revealed to you the truth about the fallen goddess, who gave you the light capable of dispersing the mist.
I am the one who began this story, and I am the one who will end it. I am the eldest of the first world. I am the Lantern King.
You stoop to taking a role at your own theater. How petty of you, Eldest.
To drink without quenching thirst. To climb a mountain that has no peak. I staged the performance and you left it without a finale. You took away Nyrissa, my precious toy, carefully crafted of despair and wrath. I could reduce you to dust, revive you, and turn you to dust once more, here and now. But the universe abhors an elegance. So instead I shall repay you with your own coin.
A warm wind brings a new season, and our life can change the same way. You returned my soul to me, while I'm afraid, have led you to your death. None of us can defeat this enemy. You've already done incredible things for me, my spring. Even if I die, I'll die the way I once was, before the curse mangled me. But everything has its limits, and our power does as well. The curse and the one who cursed me, they are stronger than us. If only it was so easy To say, Nyrissa, you aren't cursed anymore. You can laugh and love again. Your connection to the first world is alive and well, and those who are precious to you never face death. But the Eldest could not destroy Briar, only hide it from me. And now my laughter and my love are with me again. Does this mean the almighty Lantern King is perhaps not so almighty? Oh yes, my little wolf was strong. I could not choose a weakling. So what are you suggesting? To learn from the examples of amusing wild beasts? But how? How can I do that? Although... created with words, defeated with words. Find power in ruin. Fight, don't play by the rules. It's like I'm trying to find a single ray of light in the darkness. How can I find it? I remember every line as if I just heard it a moment ago. Can we turn his joke back on the Lantern King? Play with him as he has played with us. I was able to curse an ancient almighty creature. Maybe that's the hint. Vordakai imbued his own name with a piece of his very self. If only we could find anything connected with the Lantern King in the same way, something that represents him. You have given me knowledge, and with it hope. I'll find a way to turn them into a weapon against our enemy. There's a terrible battle ahead, but my faith has been rekindled. We must win, for us, for the blooming land that we can create together. Let us go. Our time has come. Something is wrong. We were supposed to leave the first world, but... my cup is broken. The blood and pain of 1,000 destroyed kingdoms are oozing from its pieces. I feel them. I do.
How wrong I was. What better than an unexpected finale for such a performance? I had to change the setting and the main character, but so what? I wouldn't expect anything else. Seeds sown long time have sprung. Do you remember an insane old man on the road from Oleg's trading post? Our first encounter? I told you back then, once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, binded with the claimer shall it be. Binded, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. A curse for the future king. That is what these words were. You are connected to your kingdom, and you will be ruined along with it. Just as Nyrissa's nymph sister suffered from her curse, so will your followers suffer with you. The first world is washing over this land like a wave, and it will devour your souls with it. I'll leave you with this knowledge, and I think I'll take my old toy, since she was unequal to this performance's leading role.
I know where to look for hope. Find me where the Everbloom flower blossomed. You have no power over me, Eldest. Farewell.
Fight if you wish, King. I'll take my place among the spectators.
Forgive me for leaving you there in the city. I was afraid the Lantern King would take me by force. When I finally began to discover the thread you pointed me towards, how to fight the curse. I repeat your words over and over to myself. Everything you told me about the curses. My heart tells me that we're on the right track. But we still don't know enough to challenge such an adversary as the Lantern King. I was hoping the other Eldest would help and recommend some sort of plan. The powers of the First World are not very friendly towards each other, so we have to at least try. We need to talk to them, all three of them, and do whatever they require to secure their aid. I'm asking you to do it. I wish to stay in this place for a while, to remember the hour of my curse. But if need be, I will send my visions to you. We near our purpose. I want to believe all this wasn't in vain.
Well, children, did you like this little journey? The poisoned pond becomes clear and sparkling. The bones turn into a songbird. We look to the past to see the future. But let us not waste time. You've planned something very daring. To turn his curse against our self-confident brother, the Lantern King. But we Eldest have been cursed more than once, and more than 1,000 times, and, as you see, we are untroubled and unconvinced. We shall tell you this. Most who stumble and fall are entirely sure of themselves the instant before. Thus, we tell you, if you wish to curse an Eldest, do it the moment he falls, the instant that he's lost his footing, and before he regains his balance. The surest moment for this is when the Lantern King is defeated in battle. No one is invincible, children. I know it sounds a bit too simple. Defeat a god, then curse him while he's baffled about how you managed to do it. Nonetheless, it's possible. Not to kill an Eldest once and for all, but to defeat him for a moment. Most importantly, don't develop a taste for it. Besting one Eldest is enough for a lifetime.
We near our purpose. I want to believe all this wasn't in vain. Our mission here is over. But before we go, I'd like to talk in private. Will you spare some time for me? The words of the Eldest may seem whimsical or even senseless, but I think I understood them. I've been cursed for 1,000 years, and my memory of it is like a stinging poison. It hurts, but it also allows me to see what was hidden. I feel the bond between us and the Lantern King like it's a real thing. He thinks it's harness and reins for misbehaving horses. But I see it as a double-edged sword. And if we manage to get close enough and defeat him as Shika said, then we will turn this blade against the one who created it. Over the ages that passed since the curse was placed upon my shoulders, I've almost forgotten how it feels. To fear for someone other than myself. The first spring flowers that break through the icy earth and frigid snow. They always have the hardest time. The suffering of their journey and bravery of their aspiration. That's what I feel. Will we survive what the future holds? Will we survive it together? Then let's not wait for tomorrow. Let us seize the moment, the final hour before the storm. Let's share it together, and everything that awaits us. My spring. Greetings, Eldest. Do you hear the distant thunder? The time has come. The time to settle everything once and for all.
Words, words. How little value we attach to them, and how much they truly mean. But I've grown tired of words and prophecies. I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Defeat. What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for 1,000 millennia. But what's next? How will you end this story? Listen, I know the end. Elegant and refined. The hero defeats a deity in battle. Impressive, it grants the victor power and immortality. The hero enters the chambers of the deity to become his champion and herald. Eternal, powerful, equally glorified both in the first world and in Valeria. His kingdom healed from its wounds and flourished under the rule of the immortal champion. A beautiful ending, isn't it? And this legend is yours for the asking.
This is not your hour, Eldest. You've tormented us enough for your cruel entertainments.
You seem so confident, Nyrissa. I'm intrigued. What is it that you and your chosen are planning to do with an immortal deity? What power do you have that I do not?
Look into the eyes of your lost image, Lantern King. Look at what you once were, and listen to my words. You made me your puppet, but I have won my freedom. You stole the essence of my soul, but now it is returned. You cursed me, but I do not accept this curse. I reject the path you cut for me. I will not be what you would make me. I fear no punishment. I will not bow, and I will not turn back. I do not seek your forgiveness.
What a clever trick. I promised death to any who claim these lands, and now...
That's how the story ended. The Lantern King vanished without a trace, and we never heard from him again. Nyrissa helped return the kingdom to Golarion and followed her beloved there. After celebrating the victory with great fanfare, everyone began work on restoration efforts. Nyrissa helped the king in every way possible, and she quickly came to be loved across the country. No one would have thought that this kind nymph was a former villain, so recently guilty of causing all those afflictions.